um, I had did a video, of course. If you guys haven't, check out my video on my channel, Cloud Ninja Free Game. But I did a video
Oh,
about Amado versus Shikamaru, like about Battle of Wits. What do you guys' opinion? Who do you think, as far as like strategy goes, would come on top, Amado or Shikamaru?
I think it's an interesting question. I don't want to necessarily just blow off the question. I'm gonna just say Shikamaru as of right now, but I think it's a nuanced answer. I believe that Shikamaru is better when it comes to battle tactician.
Mm-hmm.
Amado is probably smarter when it comes to scientific things. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of different levels of intellect, but overall, I'd probably still go Shikamaru. Personally, I think if Shikamaru would have actually like decided when he was younger, like yo, I'm gonna dump this ninja stuff, I'm just become a scientist. Honestly, he might actually be a smarter
Might,
guy than
yeah,
Amado.
true.
Yeah, and the thing about Amado, a lot of the things that Amado has right now, he got from a lot of other people. But
Mm-hmm.
again, his intellect can't necessarily be downplayed in any way because when he first came to the Hidden Leaf Village, he did kind of outsmart Shikamaru.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why I don't necessarily put that against Shikamaru is because Amado had like a whole entire plan already built up. Shikamaru, at in that moment, first things first, he wasn't necessarily thinking all the way correctly, mainly because his child had a bomb strapped to his neck,
True.
and also he had almost no information about the enemy. So whereas Amado, as I said, had essentially all information. He was calling people by their first names and everything.
Okay, yeah. So I agree with you on that one. But the thing about Shikamaru is like Shikamaru is a battle tactician, like you said, but so is Amado. Amado takes his time, he analyzes, he pretty much strategizes as he goes. Like he was able to fool Jigen and make him come through his vessel. Baze Blah. Everybody know how he tricked Jigen. But he was able to
Yeah.
trick Jigen. He was inside of his he was an inner, which he is now in Konoha, so he has pretty much all the knowledge of that he can obtain on others as far as like Shikamaru and things of that nature. And all they know about Amado is what Amado has fed him. And Shikamaru, his tactics, he has to know before going into battle. Like when he fought against Hidan, he didn't. When the first time he went to go fight against Hidan, he lost. But when he came back, he knew everything. He knew what Hidan can do. He knew what Kakazu can do. He formulated a strategy. But we have Amado, who formulates his strategy as he goes with the information that he already has. So that's why I kind of think Amado has the edge, and Amado is kind of a better strategist than Shikamaru because he thinks steps ahead just like Shikamaru steps ahead. That was my argument.
I could definitely see. Oh, I don't want to talk out of line. No, but yeah, I could definitely see a point.
um, what do you mean talk out of line?
What's that
Anyways,
sound?
No,
your
because
podcast, bro.
I was about to go on a whole diatribe. I ain't gonna lie, but I
Oh, I
forgot.
see, I see.
Hey, I forgot y'all ain't speak yet. You feel me?
When it comes to like what's his name again? Amado, yeah, yeah. Bro, I'm kind of lagging pretty bad. When it comes to like Amado, he in comparison to a Shikamaru, he kind of had the advantage because one, he has knowledge about Shikamaru and like
Exactly.
what his plan is, his plan being Amado's, that Shikamaru doesn't. So he kind of has the high ground here. He's a few steps ahead, and Shikamaru has to play catch up. And I'm not talking about the sauce. So this particular dude, right? This dude, he has to like catch up, and he figures it out too, right? He's like, you're not interested in Kawaki, you're interested in the Karma Seal, that kind of thing, right? So I think from the position that Shikamaru has to start in comparison to an Amado who is already a few steps ahead once he interacts with Shikamaru, it's more impressive that Shikamaru figures out what Amado's up to, rather than vice versa, right? Because he starts off behind. So I think if they were to start off on equal playing field, whatever context or situation that may be, I'm giving it to Shikamaru more times than not, 100%. And a lot of what Amado does seems to be on blind faith. He has a plan, but when he goes to I think me and Bar were talking about this. When he went to Konoha, he didn't know Naruto was there.
True.
I'm not even sure if he knew. I mean, maybe his plan involved Sasuke, but it seems like he's very he has this ability to adapt to his
The
circumstances
situations, yeah.
and kind of just roll with the punches. There's even moments where he's like, you know, Naruto and Sasuke and Boruto, they're there. Hopefully they can get the job done. I don't have a plan that allows them to do that, but like it's just faith at that point, right? So he has strategies, but when it comes down to it, how it played out in the series, dude was just kind of hoping and praying, to be honest with you. Whereas Shikamaru, he's been more prominently featured as this master tactician who doesn't really hope and pray as much. But yeah, no, I definitely give it to Shikamaru for sure.
Okay. What about like the thing, like the steps that he took to fool Jigen, as far as like giving Kawaki the pills to slow down the process of the karma cell extraction, things of that nature. Like he was always thinking steps ahead. So like what I'm saying, like my argument, basically, I should have made it more clear in the video, is like who would win in the series. I'm not talking about Battle of Minds. It's like if they started off like from square one, if they knew everything about each other. Like Shikamaru is in a blind. Shikamaru hasn't really been in the blind like that in order to strategize what to do next as far as an opponent. So like I was putting it more in that aspect as far as how the series going, who will kill who first. Like is Shikamaru's definitely going to come to the hands of Amado, or is Amado is going to come in the hands of Shikamaru? Like is Shikamaru going to find a way to, you know, eliminate Amado?
Right. No, I see what you're saying. The whole him outsmarting Ishiki Jigen thing, that's not really that impressive to me. Because Ishiki got outsmarted by like simple ninja tactics, like Kawaki using a shadow clone.
Right.
So and then like Sasuke, he breaks down his abilities and then he like teleports, and that's literally the utility Sasuke served on that battlefield. Right. And then dude was like, I need to kill you first. It's like, dude, he did some basic stuff that like Kakashi or Itachi would have done, like absent of like the ability. Like, so his analytical prowess wasn't like some big brain thing. He just used his resources and figured out what you were doing. So, and then there's moments where like Jigen's like, he's guessing about how his karma seal works, or he's guessing about Kawaki's progression, or he doesn't quite seem to know, but Amado has more technical knowledge than he does. So I'm not saying Ishiki or Jigen is dumb or anything. I'm just saying I think he's very graceful. And grace can be confused with intelligence sometimes, like how a person carries themselves. You can kind of make a false equivalency with that. I just don't think he's as smart as people may give him credit for. If anything, I give Momoshiki more intelligence than he does.
Yeah, and then I also brought up that he was relying on the blind faith in Amado, because Amado is pretty much his only choice as far as like reincarnating into a vessel. He seemed like he was the only one who was knowledgeable enough. So yeah, he was relying on blind faith. So I also included that into the argument as well.
He was trying to use like human greed. Like, hey, they have this thing they desire, if you want to call it a wish, whatever. I'm going to fulfill this, and they'll do what I want them to do. That's why he's asking Kashi and Koji, like, we all agree. Like, why are you going back on what we said? Well, sometimes it doesn't work. And just to your point, though, within the context of your question, I think I would definitely give Amado more points over Shikamaru, just based on what's played out in the actual series. But again, he has an advantage because he has pre-prep where Shikamaru doesn't. But ultimately, I think they've come to like not a neutral ground right now in Chapter 72 because he's about to reveal some things. But I do think he's more neutral, that being Shikamaru, with Amado, and that's impressive considering where he started. But yeah.
No, I agree. What about how
I ain't gonna lie, Kido Maki ain't talking like 20 minutes, bro.
Yeah, I was about to ask Kido Maki. I was just about to ask Kido Maki what was his thoughts.
Oh, bro, I was watching an episode, bro. I was watching an episode. It's over
Right
now,
when
man.
Keto Maki
We're
was
good.
about to talk, Free Game just asked Mello another question. Like,
Oh,
I
I'm
was
so
like,
sorry,
hey,
kiddo.
yo.
I'm so sorry, bro. I'm
I mean,
Wow,
so
he
bro.
tried
sorry.
to wrap up quick. He
I'm
Bro.
tried.
so
Oh my
sorry.
goodness, bro.
I'm so sorry, bro. I did not
Watch
even
the
hear you,
entire
kiddo.
episode, bro. Jesus Christ.
My
I'm just
goodness.
kidding, man.
My
Oh,
goodness.
he
Let
is
me let
good.
me kick back and let kiddo rip. Go ahead, kiddo. Let me kick back.
No, no, I think Melo said it all. To be honest, I agree, mostly. Um, I think on both sides they're kind of overrated. To be honest, Amado, as Melo said, he runs mostly on just like happenstance. So like shit will just happen in his favor, right? Like he's just a character based on luck. To be honest, like he's just lucky with Jigen, he's lucky with Naruto, he's lucky with Sasuke. He's lucky with Boruto and Kawaki. Most of his plans just he plans something, then shit changes, and then it just works out anyway. But there is a certain like he does have a plan, which is a sound plan, right?
He's a
It's just
chess
that
player.
things just doesn't work out all the time, but it ends up working out in the end. So I think he's pretty smart. I think it's two different kinds of smarts, right? You know, we spoke about this in an earlier podcast as well with Naruto, battle genius and being book smart and all that jazz. Well,
Right.
Shikamaru is more of a strategist in battle, while Amado can strategize, but he's more of a scientist. So he's very analytical as it relates like scientific technology and all that jazz. So when it comes down to it, though, I do think if we're gonna say one is gonna kill the other in the series, I do think Amado will kill Shikamaru if it comes down to it, because maybe he isn't as like tactical in battle as Shikamaru, but he has so many things on his side. He's tactical, plus he has like overpowered cyborgs that he can control. He can turn off Kawaki whenever he wants to, and I'm sure he can just decide to control Delta 2.0 when he wants to, because they don't understand his technology, and I'm sure he put a failsafe in that Delta as well. So I'm sure that if Amado wants to, he can just GG Shikamaru easily. Because Shikamaru, even though he doesn't trust Amado, he does place a lot of faith in Amado and his technology anyway, which is kind of weird, but it's all he can do really.
Right.
So I do think Amado has just that upper hand in the powers and technology that he has, that if it were to come down to like them like fighting each other, I do think Amado would win easily.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you said who would win?
Amado with his technology and shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, the thing with Amado, I like him. You guys are completely right. I think that a lot of things that Amado did, luck had to play a very big part in that. But I still don't necessarily want to completely down Amado. One of the things that Amado is one of the things that Amado is very good at, he plays chess essentially. Like even in the last chapter, he essentially called his own checkmate.
Yep.
He called his own checkmate and essentially like protected his own checkmate. Like I'm pretty sure everybody knows if Amado serves no utility, they might as well get rid of him. And Amado kind of seen that he was soon going to serve no utility, so he implanted an quote unquote off button inside of Kawaki, now kind of guaranteeing that he can't really be useless. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So he can't really be checkmate. He essentially stopped his own checkmate, which I absolutely love from him. Now, not only that, there's like a whole bunch of other stuff. I mean, we talked about him not necessarily getting a lot of points for outsmarting Ishiki Otsutsuki, but isn't him implanting like an off button in Kawaki like him outsmarting the entire Leaf type? Because
exactly, he did it right under the Leaf's nose. Nobody.
No one really knows.
Not even.
Not even
just putting off. Sorry. Go ahead, kiddo. I said I wasn't gonna cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's fine, man. I was just gonna say like, I do think it's smart to do it. I just don't think it's like it would be something that puts Amado above the Leaf, in the sense that it's not like they're playing on equal ground. Like it's not like the Leaf has the same information he does. It's not like they had like an Otsutsuki feeding them information on how the Otsutsuki body works and how the karma works. I do think like doing something like put in like if you create like an overpowered cyborg, you have Einstein, you have like the Loch Ness monster, whatever. Not the Loch Ness monster, what is it called again? Frankenstein and shit. If you create like a monster and shit, like I think it's just like it's just like some things like you expect someone to do when you create like a overpowered person. You'd want to keep that power in check. Like if Amado didn't put a cap in Kawaki's power, I would say he's just stupid, like outright stupid. And if he did, then I'll just say that's just the smart thing to do. Just I don't think he's just that smart because he did that. I just think that would be something anyone with a brain would do. That's just me. I think it's just something that you should do when you create like an overpowered person. So that's why I say like Amado's situation is um it's kind of weird because he just has not the knowledge and the power to be in control. It's not that just he's not working just off being smart. Where the Leaf, on the other hand, they don't have what he has, which is the power he gets from the Otsutsuki and the knowledge from Ishiki and how everything works and all that jazz. So they're working at a disadvantage. So I wouldn't say that puts him above them because of his smartness, but mostly because of the position he's in to have access to the information they don't. That's just my actually.
No, I see what you mean. I mean, what's it called?
Mhm.
One of the things that I definitely did want to kind of know from a model standpoint is like, is this like the end game in regards to like, does he plan on staying in the Hidden Leaf Village forever?
I don't think so. I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
I mean, because hypothetically, if Ishiki Otsutsuki is actually dead, like, there's no more threat, right? Except for Code, and Code is getting clapped up by Damon. If he's really like safe with Damon and Ida, like, Amado really like he's chilling, right?
He doesn't need to leave, is what you're saying. But
I won't say that, but like kind of that. Like he could travel.
he can travel. Not really because
He wants the free food, bro.
not really because he his deal with Ada was that she can get closer to Kawaki if she's in a leaf. So I don't see him leaving a leaf anytime soon in that aspect.
I think he's just comfortable, to be honest. And when he needs to, I guess he will.
Yeah, I mean, and one of the real quick, one of the things that, in my personal opinion, will give me the idea that I'm.
Said anything.
Oh my bad! I thought somebody was saying
something. That was some noise.
Oh my bad. But hypothetically, if something comes up and Amado like out of nowhere outsmarted everybody, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. It's all gonna like, for example, hypothetically, if there's a situation in like, I don't know, like a year or something post time skip, and then Amado gets an actual wish from Kawaki, in my personal opinion, that would probably make him smarter than Shikamaru. He essentially like played not only Otsutsuki members, but the strongest village in a leaf. If he really gets what he wants, if he does have some sort of ulterior motive, I have to put him above Shikamaru. I don't think Shikamaru could do something like that.
Shikamaru isn't that smart, to be honest.
Whoa, stop this. What are we doing here?
Shikamaru is overrated, bro. I don't know.
What?
I just think he is. Like, bro, even look at the situation with like Code versus Borishiki, I think. When Boruto died and yada. He was there. He did nothing. Just made noise telling Naruto to do something. No. Capture Code, bro.
Nah. He did have a plan. He let Cole grab him. I'm under the assumption that he let Cole grab him so he could put the claw mark on him.
Oh no, yeah, that was before. I mean, like afterwards when Cole was fighting Kawaki, and he's like telling Naruto to grab Code so he doesn't escape, so that Kawaki can finish him. I'm like, yo, you have shadow paralysis. Code can't absorb chakra. Grab him yourself.
Oh, got you.
Grab him so Kawaki can body him. Now, why didn't you do that, bro?
Would you thought about that in that situation? Would you? No.
Yeah, I mean, if he's telling Naruto, he's obviously thinking like, oh, we need to take this dude down. And he's like telling Naruto to go do it. Naruto, do something. Leave. Yeah, Boruto's dead. Go do something. He's like, pressure Naruto. I'm like, bro, you do something, bro. You have like shot. He's old in Momoshiki and all that jazz. Old Code. I don't know.
But I don't think he'd be able to like catch Code. Like Code is significantly faster than Shikamaru. That's the only thing. I mean, maybe he.
No, I was just like he's in mid battle with Kawaki. He's not like paying attention to Shikamaru, right? He's able to catch like Momoshiki, Kinshiki, and some other characters. I'm sure he can catch Code. We're talking like if Code is like off guard, he's not paying attention to Shikamaru. He's like fighting Kawaki, right? Shikamaru just sneaks up and like he doesn't even need to sneak up. Like it's just something that's stealthy. It travels on the ground and just catches Code off guard. Right? So I think he had ample chances to do it. He just didn't for some reason.
I see what you mean. That's definitely a valid point. But the only it's just a shocking statement to say that Shikamaru is like overrated when it comes to like smarts.
But even Naruto is smarter than Shikamaru.
Stop this. All right, now we
Now we're gonna
Yo,
have it.
now we
Now
can.
we
No, we go
Yeah.
if it all right, listen to this, bro. If we go back to like Shippuden, in like the war, when like everyone is about to die, right? Shikamaru is so smart. He's so smart, smarter than everyone. And Naruto is like, okay, cool. Jubito is like firing like 4 Biju bombs. They're like trapped in the ceiling barrier shit. You know, Shikamaru is so smart. He knows how jutsus works. He knows how to put them together, similar to his father and shit, right? And like, you know, everybody's about to die. He doesn't know what to do. He basically gives up. And Naruto, big brain Naruto came in and like, okay, cool. This is what we're gonna do, bro. We're gonna like use the mechanics of the shadow clones. We're gonna connect my chakra that's in the other shinobis with Minato, and then Minato is gonna use his flying Raijin to teleport them out. Like, there's no knowledge Naruto has that Shikamaru doesn't at that point. Everything that Naruto knows about how chakra and the shadow clone jutsu works, Shikamaru also knows that, right? And he didn't come up with that tactic. Naruto, right? So like
Was that
even then, like, I'm
before or
just
after
saying,
he
bro,
got 6 pass ability?
before.
Okay.
So like I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. You know, Naruto
Well-
displayed higher level intellect at that point. So.
How close is Shikamaru and Naruto at that time?
Well, they're very close because, like, you know, they showed them, you know, like Shikamaru was one of the. I don't want to say it because, like, people would argue that's just added material because if you go back to like the original Naruto series, it didn't really happen like that. It's only in flashbacks where they added Shikamaru, kind of like being friendly to Naruto. You know, they had, but even in Shippuden, right? You know, they had like a bond to some sense, you know, around the Asuma thing. And, you know, Shikamaru was kind of looking out for Naruto, telling Asuma that, you know, he's gonna be a great shinobi in one day and shit. He's like always helping Naruto and shit, even in Shippuden, right? If you remove the fillers from part 1. So I think Shikamaru, like, they're really close. You know, they showed that through Shippuden that they're really close. So yeah. And Shikamaru does know about Naruto's abilities and how they work and all that jazz. And he did know that Naruto gave all the Shinobi Alliance his chakra, and he does know how Flying Raijin works. So there's nothing Naruto knew at that point that Shikamaru didn't, but he came up with the plan to save everyone, not Shikamaru. The same.
Okay, I'll give you that. I don't have no counter arguments against that, so nothing I can say. But Mello, are you there right there? Are you there right now?
Yep.
Hey, because we have
we're
we're there right there. He was on mute. My bad.